Michelle Pollino, Fox News Radio Entertainment Correspondent, is joining us now middays with Gerard. I'm Scott Sands. Michelle, great to see you.
Great to see you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Sweet 16, a lot of baseball action. Great for the sports world.
Great for the sports world, but I don't care. Sorry.
Not until your Philadelphia Eagles start playing again.
Not until the Eagles. That's right. Not until the Eagles. I was happy about that Phillies win last night. That's it.
Yeah. I wanted to start us out talking about White Lotus. I'm not watching this series, but it's like a huge show right now. Are you a White Lotus fan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it. Am I a fan? I don't know. I'm watching it because everybody else is watching it. It's the only good thing to watch.
Right. That's not a good reason to watch a show.
I know, but you would think we have, a gazillion channels. I think Bruce Springsteen once sang about this,
Right.
and nothing to watch. But I'm excited about the studio, Seth Rogen's new series on Apple TV Plus. Have you heard about that?
I've not heard about that, but I do like Seth Rogen.
You will love this. I think everybody's going to love this because it's a send-up of Hollywood. He basically plays this fictional young guy who becomes head of a studio, Continental Studios, a Hollywood studio, during this time period where, Hollywood's literally falling apart. There's nothing good anymore. And he has to deal with narcissistic actors and greedy corporations and studio heads. And it's really a series, an Apple TV Plus series that looks at, does creativity and commerce actually give good products? I think it's really good for right now, considering the big flap with Snow White.
Right, which I want to get to in a second, and it's interesting that the timing of the studio coming out. I just saw Rob Lowe on somebody's podcast talking about how the industry is leaving Hollywood because of the way Democratic leadership and Gavin Newsom and the mayor of Los Angeles are treating the entertainment industry these days.
Yeah, I saw that. I was surprised that he's coming out so vociferously about this. I was like, oh, go ahead, Rob Lowe, do your thing. He's really criticizing the city for not giving enough incentives and really letting other states take away all the business, giving better incentives to work. I do think the people here, the leaders here, have gotten lazy. They've gotten so used to studios being in the backyard and thinking that people won't go and film elsewhere. But nowadays, everybody is filming everywhere. I was just in Austin, Texas. Shout out Longhorns. And I was visiting a friend of mine. He is a working actor. She is a working screenwriter. And we, at dinner, they were telling me, they're like, we love our life here. And we're working more now here than we ever have in the last couple of years in Hollywood.
And we're seeing so many other states and cities take advantage of the opportunity, even Mississippi attracting more entertainment to the state. Before we're out of time, Michelle Pollino is joining us here on SuperTalk Mississippi. Parker Posey from Laurel. She plays Victoria Ratcliffe, a wealthy North Carolina matriarch who is frequently spaced out on lorazepam on this show, White Lotus. And I love that she's gone viral. I haven't talked to Parker in years, but I knew her when she was a young girl. Her dad, Chris Posey, owned a car dealership in Laurel where I used to do radio. And in fact, I did Chris Posey's endorsement commercials for his dealership and met Parker when she was just a teenager, I guess, on playing one of the kids on in the Coneheads movie, I believe, at the time. But Parker Posey, went on the Today Show promoting the White Lotus, and since then, because of her North Carolina accent, she's gone viral. Rhino, I think you have the clip from the Today Show appearance.
Tsunami. Buddhism. No. Piper, no.
So, because everybody is doing lip syncs and trying to do their own best North Carolina accent on social media because of that clip.
Yeah. she is something else. I fell in love with Parker Posey during watching Best in Show. Christopher Guest, a send up of the dog show industry and people that own dogs.
Right.
She played the she was part of another couple. I can't remember the name of the actor who played her husband. She was so good in that I became a Parker Posey stan immediately. She is so good in everything. Do you remember Party Girl? That film Party Girl?
Party girl.
I mean, she has yeah.
She's really just made a name for herself in doing a lot of these indie films. So it's good to see her in a commercial success now.
Yeah, I mean, and her character on The White Lotus is, yeah, I mean, she's constantly popping lorazepam, and she's probably the most relatable character on that show right now. I mean, if you haven't been watching it, it's hard to describe. She plays the parent of one of the boys who are involved in that controversial scene, the sons, and Patrick Schwarzenegger plays one of the sons. I found it very creepy, but I mean, that's what The White Lotus does. It creeps people out.
I keep hearing that about White Lotus, but I maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll start streaming it. But I wanted to have you on, if nothing else, to brag about Parker and Laurel's star.
Yeah,
tell me, in the short time we have left, I wanted to get your take on the flop of Snow White. Is it because of sharing political beliefs on social media, or is it just really a bad film?
I think it's a combination of a number of things. I think this sums it up. My friend took her baby there. Her little girl is I guess Zoe's like 6. I think Zoe's like 5 or 6, and Zoe, like about 20 minutes in, is like, "Mommy, this is not good. I want to leave." If a 6-year-old girl wants to leave Snow White, it's a bad film. That's your audience.
Right. You have failed if you can't pull off Snow White, and Disney has made so many critical mistakes in changing the plot lines and character development of so many of their iconic stars. Now with Snow White, we'll see if any of that changes. And really, I mean, it ties into a conversation I had earlier, Michelle, about this restaurant in Long Beach. I mean, say what you want. I've got no problem with the actress expressing her political beliefs, but if you're going to do that, got to be ready to accept the repercussions of what you say publicly, and that's part of what we're seeing with Snow White.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's really super woke. She spreads her message every chance she gets. The film is a fairy tale about kissing a prince at the end. They changed all that. They threw that all out and made her like a boss lady. I'm like, that's not Snow White. If you want to make that film, make that film. But that's not Snow White.
Michelle Pollino, love seeing you. Thanks for coming on.
Love seeing you. Take care. Have a great one. Have a great weekend.
You too. Wrap it up. Middays with Gerard. I'm Scott Sands here on SuperTalk Mississippi.